Hey guys, thanks for checking out the video today. Today we're looking at The Doom That Came to Sarnath, one of Lovecraft's lesser known works. Let's get into it. The tale begins with two cities built on opposite sides of a lake. One side is the city of Sarnath, which is a powerful and wealthy city of humans, and the other side is the city of Ib, which is an ancient, alien-looking city full of strange amphibious creatures called the Tuma. These guys were described as round, soft, and pudgy. Kinda like this guy. But for that, the humans wanted to slaughter them. They also torched the buildings of Ib, but were curious by what they were made from, as no such material existed in the world. Kind of funny too, because when they laid waste to them, it talks about how the humans were kind of grossed out by them, and they pushed their pudgy little bodies into the lake with the spears because they didn't want to touch them. Everything was gone except for a green idol of a water lizard named Bokrug, which the humans took back with them as a prize and gave to their priest. The next morning, the priest was found dead and the idol missing. Through the centuries, Sarnath conquered all surrounding cities and claimed authority over all lands. With all the conquering came lots of moolah, lots of fat stacks, lots of them doubloons, and for like half the story, Lovecraft pretty much just describes the riches of Sarnath and what they did with it. It's just kind of a lot and kind of boring a little bit. So pretty much every year the people of Sarnath celebrated the defeat of Ib with feasts and festivals until the 1,000-year anniversary, when things got a little freaky. The lake projected weird lights and out came a green fog that rushed in through the city. The gates to the city burst open and a flood of Tuma came in that danced horribly. By the way, I am making a video on how they danced. Please check it out. I think you'll like it. These little chubby boys flooded the city and out came the big bad wolf, Bokrug, the lizard of the green idol. He emerges from the lake and wrecks the entire city. Years pass and some men of distant lands come to explore but are very afraid, rightfully so, of the giant lizard god that's still running out there on the land. So quick few notes just for the end of the story. I think he could have cut out most of the middle part that was talking about Sarnath and what he did with the wealth. Just didn't seem to add anything to my reading experience and just could have cut a lot of fat there to the story. Bokrug is another thing I'd like to mention about the story because he is barely in there at all. If you actually read it, he is mentioned only because of the idol, really, and as something that the Tuma worship. So otherwise he's not something that actually goes and physically destroys the story. You have to piece that together from the context and research online. He's such a cool beast. It's just kind of a shame that he's not mentioned in there because he is a lesser old one. He's like Dagon. He's like a god, right? All these cosmic powers and nothing's mentioned in there. And he's something that's worshipped by the Tuma, these little pudgy alien things. So it's more to the story that could have been mentioned instead of the context, right? Also, if you're a D&D fan, he would be such a cool enemy, right? They have Dagon, they have Cthulhu. Why not Bokrug? He's, like I said, Godzilla that comes out of this lake. Cool cosmic powers. That would be so cool. Surround your city of characters or whatever around this lake and something's happening there. Overall, this is a great story on humanity's ultimate downfall because of the constant lust for greed and expansion. Sure, the Tuma were weird, but they didn't have to be slaughtered, right? I also just love the horror of finding out that there has been a giant god resting in this lake that's nearby all this time, right? Such a cosmically horrifying thing to find out. Otherwise, please feel free to ask any more questions, any more discussion in the comments below. Thanks for watching.